guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Finally finished a hectic weekend and hopefully we can get back to our normal track. Anyway, before I start, let me introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today, I want to answer a question. I'm in the answering question mode. Today, my question is, how does it resolve my attitude toward my parents, help me manifest my what I want in life? Okay, so I think throughout the year, I have a lot of clients that come to me and for consultation, right? So I guess what's different for me, I don't like temporary resolve of things. I actually like to dig down as far as I can and figure out what's the main course of it. And just because through years of case study, I did realize it actually brings down to who we are, what we are, and the attitude we have toward things. And because of that, that's how I also realize why things are not happening and all that. So a lot of time when I'm suggesting people, I will, cut through the crap and just say, you should start working on this. Or you should start, working on the issue between you and your parents or things like that. So a lot of time, my client doesn't understand how would I help them. Like say, I want to have a wife, I want to have a kids, I want to have this in my life. What does it have to do with my parents, right? Not everybody come from the good background, for example. Many of my clients, they always, no matter what kind of family you have, they always have some kind of issue with their mom or dad or both of them, right? It just, as we grow older and older, we learn to neglecting it, or we learn to bury it, or not to look into it, or because sometimes something happened or some issue happened that actually hurt us, right? And then throughout the years, or 20, 30, 40 years, we create this, management, the way to manage it, the way to handle it, because we create a certain patterning of handling, so we thought it was okay. You know what I mean? Like if a child is used to be neglected by parents, right? When they are 5-year-old, they will feel really hurt. When they were 18 years old, they create a mechanism telling themselves it's okay. That's just the way my parent is, right? When they grow to 30 or 40 years old, they tend to have a way of saying that it doesn't bother me. Right? Deep down it does, because it did hurt that 5-year-old. So it will hurt you. It's just because we try not to get hurt. So we say, as long as I don't care, it really doesn't hurt me. So what I do not see is, as I say, if you really follow my vlog for a really long time, you will see every single thing I plan out in your life, right? Parents often are our platform. What I do is they create a task that you were supposed to overcome and work it when you are older, not like, enhance it. Like say, if I have a very emotional parent, so I learned to suppress my emotion, I learn to be indifferent, or I learn to check out, right? That doesn't mean that skill might be good for you to handle that specific parents, or for you not to get hurt. But really, the more it would do is create more difficulty in your life, that you actually cannot connect with other people. So really, I always say, if you are 18, 20, go wild, do whatever you want to do. But, every life have a middle point, right? When you are in the middle point of, I would say, 35 to 45, I would say that is an issue very much you have to bring forward and then look into it and deal with it. The reason of that is we create a platform for this soul to overcome. Overcome is your soul, the foundation of your soul may be very smart or got a lot of potential and things like that. But if you lack of that skill of connecting with people, right? Connecting with people, then you cannot really fully reach your potential. So what you really should do when you were 35 or 45, that's why a lot of midlife crisis happen, is because the people is not really doing what they are supposed to do, right? So if you can overcome it, address it or, acknowledge it. I was hurt, and it did hurt. And then, learn to really deal with that inner child of yours. That's when you will get to a point that you're actually able to free yourself, whether your parent is alive or not alive, no matter what kind of past that you have. So really, what I keep talking about is it takes you to actually acknowledge that inner child of yours was hurt before, and then need to get attended to, need to get talked to. You know what I mean? So only when you are able to resolve it, that attitude. So it's really not so much like every time I say you should resolve the issue with your parents, they think they actually have to call their parents. A lot of times people freak out. But what I try to say is that's not necessary sometimes, right? It doesn't mean, and also you bring back to my previous episode, a lot of time I say when you forgive someone doesn't mean you allow them to do that to you ever again. You forgive someone simply because you want to free yourself from it, right? You understand why that thing happened. You understand why you choose the specific parents. Only for one purpose, and I'm going to say this over and over again. That purpose is make you a better soul. Once you understand why you choose them and how far you have come, and then where are you planning to go, you know what I mean? Forgive them. Does that mean that you can allow them to do that to you again? You don't have to, right? But you will understand what I meant when you actually have a sit-down conversation with your inner child. To a point, you will feel the weight shed off your shoulder. You will feel free. Only when you feel free, you know what I mean, you can manifest any future with anyone. You know what I mean? Because by then, it will become an option. It will not become a habit. Habit we used to deal with people this way. That's how we handle things. No, because by then, when you really free your inner child, you actually realize life is full of choice, right? You don't have to be like someone what people want you to be or how you are used to be or fall into that routine that you're so good at doing it, and assuming everybody is just like your parents in the back of your head. No, you don't really have to. The moment you actually free yourself, right? Even if you have a very emotional parent and then you're so afraid to express yourself because every time you want to express what it is in your mind, you feel like you're walking on the eggshell, or you feel like their response is going to be so big and you don't know what to do. You know what I mean? Deal with it. Deal with it is come back and talk to that inner child of yours. That inner child is scared, afraid to express themselves, afraid to do this, afraid to do that. You know what I mean? But who you are right now, you have a way to protect yourself. You have a way to come back and say, it's okay. It's okay to say what you want. Because outside me, will be here to protect you. You won't get hurt. You won't get harmed. You know what I mean? So that's the conversation that I really encourage you to sit down and have a conversation with your inner child, because it comes down to the bottom, really. If you don't know, go back to my previous episode. We choose our parents. We choose our platform. We choose everything that happened in our life. Why? With only one purpose in mind, to make this soul a better version of us, to make us a better soul. So anyway, if you can have that in mind, then I hope, because me and my friend just having a good laugh, right? For me, it's something that I think it should be, I don't understand why people don't understand. But I hope this episode will really answer that question. So a lot of time it may come to me, have a consultation, and I may encourage you to, be more expressive. I may encourage you to be yourself, or I may encourage you to resolve the issue with your parents and things like that. And you don't understand what does that have to do with me getting what I want. Very simple, because I already say all existence in this universe are vibration. We are all vibration. In order to attract what you want, no matter what that something is, it could be love, it could be money, it could be friend, it could be anything. No matter what that thing is, in order to attract them, you have to become them. You have to become something that will be able to attract them. You know what I mean? You cannot living a life worry about yourself. don't believe in yourself, and then afraid of making any decision. Meanwhile, you want some alpha to pay attention to you. You know what I mean? So it won't work that way. So if there's something that you want in your life, really, what I suggestion is go back and look at your life right now, right? And then find out where that inner child of yours is hiding. Believe me, they are always hiding, no matter what kind of background you choose, no matter what set of parents you have or anything. There's always an inner child that's inside you. I encourage you guys to have a good conversation with them, right? Because only when you are able to confront your inner child, to actually resolve the issue together, to really free yourself from that trap or platform or the dark memory that you have, right? Then you will be able to realize you can create any future that you want. Anyway, just a little talk. I hope that answered you guys' question. So again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook, or go to subscribe my YouTube channel, or go to my website at ruowen.com. Sorry, there's a quick question here. Let me ask. Does it mean that the pain caused by the past will disappear when I free my inner child? Yes. It takes time. I'm gonna lie to you. It's not like you have one conversation. It will be done. You know what I mean? When you be lied or hurt for so many years, it did take multiple reinsurance to make them know, see, it's okay. So yes, answer to your question is yes. But I also want to let you know it does take time. So anyway, if you want to manifest anything that you want in life, start working from yourself. As you know, we still only come here for selfish reason. That's us. So since we come here for self reason, it's us, work on us before you start working on other people and then expecting future to happen for you. Anyway, so I already said what I have to say. Just answer a question, but I will see you guys tomorrow, or Chinese version. So anyway, see you guys then. Bye.